Good morning, gamers.
Hello.
Playing an MMORPG with anxiety, more specifically social anxiety, is a difficult task, especially when you're basically forced into playing with 7 other players that you may not even know. And that feeling of distress may make you want to avoid raiding or stop raiding in general because your anxiety gets so high that it becomes a difficult thing to overcome and ultimately becomes a burden upon you. So if you are someone who has a fear of being watched or judged when you go into a raid environment, I hope that this video helps lessen that feeling or at least helps you start to address it. The first thing I'd like to talk about is something you can do before you even click the join button on a party finder, and that is preparation. And I'm not just talking about studying for a fight, which I'll get to shortly, but I'm talking about raiding at a time when you are comfortable and have time to do it. You don't want to go into a raid feeling rushed or overwhelmed from outside sources. Your anxiety is already going to be at a higher level than normal when you are getting ready to go into a group for the first time or a raid for the first time. And if you're trying to do this while also being crunched for time, you're going to be more vulnerable to increased levels of anxiety. Now to the main ideology of coming prepared. Make sure you're joining a group after you've studied and mentally rehearsed the fight. While this is something that everyone should do in general, being able to visualize and mentally rehearse a raid before going in should help alleviate some of the stress you may have. There are tons of guides on the raids out there, whether they're in the form of video guides, written guides, or even slideshow guides. So use them. Most of the party finders that you will join are going to use these strategies. And those strategies are usually shown or discussed in videos that you can find right here on YouTube. If you have another monitor, you can put the written guide of the fight up there or pull up a video guide of the fight so you can scroll through it as you start hitting different parts of the fight that you're uncomfortable with. Or another option you have is just watching VOD of someone else clearing the fight. Tons of people upload their kill videos to YouTube or have VOD of their kill videos from their Twitch streams. And while those VODs may not explain the mechanics, they're basically just a video of the kill. If you've already watched a guide on the fight, you can translate that information into the exact role you're going to be filling in the raid and be able to see how someone actually handles or plays the fight as your job. These guides and videos will help you feel more confident on the fights before you even start doing them, so you can better understand what to expect, and it'll be one less thing that you have to worry about when you get into the raid. The next thing I like to talk about is separating expectations from reality. Our instinct is to assume the worst possible outcome. And in the realm of raiding, that can be anywhere from simply messing up a mechanic to getting yelled at and kicked from a group. Are both of these possible outcomes? Sure. But are they probable? Well, that depends. If you're worried about messing up a mechanic and people getting upset, think about the setting you're going to be in. Are you just blindly joining a duty completion group without having any prior experience on a fight? Then yeah, people getting upset becomes a bit more probable. But most of the time when you're learning a new raid fight, you want to take the angle of joining a practice group for the fight you're trying to learn, and then slowly chipping away at progressing through the mechanics, one mechanic at a time. In groups like this, people are expecting mistakes to happen, and they're expecting the group to wipe. And that expectation of knowing that you're not there to kill the boss, but you're there to learn mechanics, normally means that people won't get upset when you make mistakes. Now that's how things should go in this hypothetical group that we're talking about, but there will obviously be times where someone is overcritical or just being an asshole for no reason. But to that, I encourage you to think about why that person's being so critical or mean, and realize that most of the time it's a problem with that individual's own insecurities and unhappiness, and not so much a problem with your performance. Again, it's a matter of setting. If someone is joining a practice group and getting upset about people messing up mechanics in a practice group, that's a problem with them, not you. And that problem could stem from any source, whether it be in-game or out of game. So let's talk about how you can help fight anxiety once you're actually ready to step into the raid. First off, congratulations. You've already made a huge leap past a hurdle that most players honestly don't get through. And that in itself is an accomplishment, so give yourself a pat on the back. But going back to the point, one of the best things you can do is queue with a friend if that's an option available for you. Having someone there to support you can help reinforce your confidence and help you feel better about what you're doing. And it can also help create an environment that feels less intimidating by giving you someone that can help cheer you on or explain something that you may not understand. And if you don't have anyone to raid with, that's okay too. Just remember that you don't have control over the random people in your group. And most importantly, you don't have control to how they react to different situations, so don't get caught up on someone being super negative. Focus on what you're doing well and keep giving yourself positive affirmations for the small goals that you're accomplishing. And try not to worry too much about the mistakes that are not only bound to happen to you, but to everyone else in your group. I'd like to leave you with a couple of questions to ponder upon, but first I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching my video and supporting me. I've had a great time hearing back from different people about their experiences and self-progress, and I hope that these videos can not only help you become a better player, but also just enjoy what you do. So with that, I'd like to leave you with a couple of questions that I want you to ask yourself and ponder upon. Why is it important to you that the random people you meet in your party approve of you, and why do you need their approval? Does it really matter to you what they think about you? And are you okay with allowing some random person that you don't know stop you from doing something that you want to do or want to try? Don't forget to stay positive. Don't let others hold you back. And when you are eventually ready to step into raiding, enjoy it and have fun. Thanks again for watching and have a great day. Goodbye.